Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. I am Darian. Today I wanted to do a video on one of my favorite beauty products out right now. Actually, this might actually be my favorite product, and that is the blush duos from Patrick Ta. So currently I do have on one of the blushes. Oh, she's different, and it's giving. This has been my go-to blush duo for like those everyday look. So let's go ahead and just jump into the packaging. I honestly love the packaging on basically almost every Patrick Ta product that I have seen. That rose gold classy looking packaging, it makes the makeup look expensive. I mean, to be honest, his stuff is, I feel, priced at, you know, a really nice price for makeup, but I feel like with everything that it comes with, from the quality to the packaging, is worth the money. So I don't mind the money that I have spent on these blushes, and because I really like them, I feel like I'm getting a lot of use out of them, more so out of Oh She's Different, because that's more of an everyday blush for me. But I still love the other color that I have, which is She Left Me on Red. I'm going to show you guys that a little later. That color is gorgeous. This is what the inside of mine looks like. She is a little dirty, okay, but I have been using this powder and blush here. I just love this color. I felt like this would be the perfect color for me to get to try these blushes. I did try the cream part of these blushes, but I am more of a matte blush kind of girl. I feel like sometimes when I wear cream blushes, I don't hate it, but for every day, I'm gonna more than likely opt out for just like a powder blush to put on my makeup. I also do that when it comes to contour and bronzer. Give me a nice powder, and I would rather just do the powder form. So I don't have anything against the cream part of this product. When I have used it, I did like it, but I prefer that matte like powder feel. What I love about the matte formulation of these blushes is that I feel like it's not one of those matte formulations that leave you looking chalky and dusty. These are very pigmented. I have used blushes before from other brands that have not had that pigmentation, or it may look like it has that pigmentation, but once you put it on, it's chalky and it's fading out. But these blushes have done their job for me. So the best way I want to describe how I feel about the matteness of these blushes is that it gives like a almost velvety matte feel. I wouldn't say that it's a complete true velvet matte, but it has a little bit of that. It's just not super dry. It doesn't give super dry, chalky blush. It feels like it just melts into my skin so nicely, and I love that about a blush. I love when a blush is done right as far as the formulation for application. Sometimes matte products don't really melt into your skin that well, but I feel like this is a product that blends and melts in really well, and I have a lot of it on today. A lot more than I feel like I would wear in my everyday out and about, but I wanted to make sure that you guys were able to see how it wears on me and how it shows up on me. And be mindful that I do have lighting going on right now, so I do have deep brown skin, so if it looks like I'm super light, I'm not really super light, but I definitely can say that the pigmentation of these blushes have been amazing. I did not expect the pigmentation to be like this. There are some other brands that I've used and it looked like it would work nicely on me and the pigmentation was there, but once I put on the blushes, it has been very powdery and chalky looking. I'm going to put on a little more just so you can see. I already feel like I have on a lot, but for the sake of you guys just seeing me apply on camera, and as you can see, this brush is very much so pigmented because of the product that I have dipped it in. So I'm gonna, normally I'll dip like 3 or 4 times and then just apply the product, and it just blends in so nicely. I feel like I already had on a good amount, so I don't know if you can fully tell, but it just goes in so smoothly. The smoothness of the way that this applies kind of reminds me of like a velvety type of feeling. It's not completely velvety though, so I don't want to give that impression that it is a full velvet matte. It's definitely still a matte blush. So I'm up close just to give you a better look at the blushes. Even the more natural color that I picked out, I feel like it still has a level of vibrancy, and so I love that about this blush. So I'm actually gonna swatch on my hand so you can see it. My arms are darker than my face, so I'm gonna apply both the powder and cream. So as you can see, it's still showing up pretty good on my hand, which is a little bit darker than my face. Okay, so I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about the other blush color that I have from Patrick Ta, and that is She Left Me on Red. This, I feel like, is the star of the show. I don't even know if this is a true blue red. I just know that this red looks so good on me, and I feel like this red will look so good on so many other people. So when I say blue red, I usually like to stick to those bluer reds because I feel like on my skin tone it looks really good. I personally don't really like a lot of products with that orangey red, but whatever the undertone, and honestly I can't fully tell. I don't know if it's a neutral type of red, but I just know that this is a very vibrant, gorgeous red blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a swatch of this blush. Also, the pigmentation of this blush, is amazing. Because the pigmentation is so great, I didn't even bother putting on the cream of this blush when I have used it. It is fairly new for me still, but when I have used it, I have loved this blush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go into the cream and show you what it looks like. It seems to be a little more sheer. I actually thought that this would leave a little bit more pigmentation, but again, because the pigmentation of the matte portion of this blush duo was so vibrant and so pigmented, honestly this may be a good thing that it did not pick up as much color as I thought it would, because I feel like that would actually, for me, be a lot. Like even when I use the matte portion of the powder duo, I had to go back in with my foundation brush and kind of tone it down, because I was like, it's so much pigmentation in this that I cannot walk out the house looking like this. Don't get me wrong, love the product, very beautiful blush, but I definitely had to tone it down for me. I feel like this could be used as a nice glossy lip color also. So if you're somebody who doesn't really care to use this portion on your face, you can still get good use out of this as a lipstick or a lip gloss. So I'm going to now do a swatch of this. Y'all, I do not even need to do a lot for this swatch. Do you see how pigmented this red is? Okay, you guys, so those were the swatches of the two blush duos that I have from Patrick Ta. I noticed that blush is really big in the beauty world. Obviously, blush has been around for quite some time, so I don't think blush is going anywhere anytime soon, but I have noticed that a lot of brands have been focusing on blush a lot, specifically those liquid blushes, but I love that Patrick Ta offers the cream and matte duo. I still love a good matte blush situation, and even if you still love those liquids and creams, and this actually comes with the cream, you can just use this on top of that. Again, these have been my favorite blushes, and I have quite a few blushes that I've been rotating through from other brands, but I keep coming back to the Patrick Ta blush duos pretty frequently. I seem to really like those, I noticed, versus some of the other brands that I have and that I've been using also. Overall, if I had to rate these blushes on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm gonna be quite honest, I would give them a 10 out of 10, because as I have gone in store, I have seen that he has a different variety of colors Could we have more colors? Absolutely, but I can say that when I've gone in there and looked, I have found colors that work for me, and I love the packaging. I love how he displays his products, and I just love the look of everything. So I would give it a 10 out of 10. The biggest part of why I would rate these products, what I would rate it, is my experience with these products, and I just love them. I feel like my cheeks are just over here blushing. I really, truly enjoy these products, and I feel like it's a staple now in my collection. Now I want to go look for some other colors. I'm not sure if he already has a plum or purple kind of blush out already, but I would love to have a blush in that color from his line. So this is definitely a product that I approve of, and if you had any good experiences with the blushes or any recommendations for me to try out in his blushes or even any other products, feel free to leave any comments. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.